she can just step right up. Good morning. I'm Chief Roundtree with the Winston-Salem Police Department. We're here today because on July the 22nd, the Winston-Salem Police Department implemented CrimeMapping.com. CrimeMapping.com is an enhancement to our present police-to-citizen system resources that's used by police personnel and our citizens. CrimeMapping.com is a system developed by the Omega Group to assist law enforcement agencies provide the public with valuable information about recent criminal activity in their neighborhoods. The system will also assist members of the police department develop crime fighting strategies to help reduce crime in our city. At this point, I'll introduce our IT manager of the police department, and she will give a live demonstration of the system. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Julia Conley. I will briefly go over what crimemapping.com brings to our citizens. It augments what we already have with the Police to Citizen website, and primarily the benefit is it brings in the ability to select specific crime types, to then do a buffer area for those crime types of interest. And that will be especially interesting to the neighborhood watch groups who want to keep up with house break-ins or the break-ins of vehicles or vehicle thefts. So at this point, I will start from our city homepage, which has an article about it and a link just to make you aware of that. So if you ever need to find it, initially there's details about the updated crime mapping functionality on the city homepage at cityofws.org. And by going to this article, there's also a link at this point, and there's a link on the police website. Then link right in with crimemapping.com. And when the application comes up, it's going to zoom in specifically to Winston-Salem with the link that we've used from the city webpage. Or you can access it just by going to crimemapping.com directly. The options that you have are to select specific crime types. You can clear all of them, or you can turn them all on. You can decide that you just want to look at the house break-ins or the motor vehicle thefts. You have the option of going beyond the 7-day default date range for up to 180 days. However, the application only shows 800 icons at a time, so you would need to zoom in to really see the pictures to see where the icons are. You also can enter a specific address, and unlike Police to Citizen, the P2C application, you do need to enter the postal city. So if you live in Pofftown, even though it's a part of the Winston-Salem jurisdictional boundaries, you would need to enter that as part of the exact address. So at this point, we'll just use our we'll use our city hall here and do a search around that, and what it will return for you is a radius around the area. And if your screen is blocked too much, you have the option here to collapse so that you can see more of the screen, more of the information. So at this point, we're looking at 101 North Main Street, and we have the option of a 1-mile radius or 500 feet and other variations up to 2 miles. We also can left mouse click on any of these crimes that are identified and see more details about it, the case number, the exact address, and what it was. And from that, you have the option, if the citizen would happen to have a crime tip, they can link to the Crime Stoppers tip form, or they can link back to the police homepage. They also have the ability to determine how close they are from the address they entered or that they will enter to that location. So we're going to continue to use the 101 North Main Street, and it's going to identify for us how far we are from that location. So in this situation, we're 0.13 miles from the address we entered. The citizen also has the capability to turn on the satellite imagery so they can see the aerial view of the area. And of course, you can zoom out and zoom in at will with the tools. Hopefully. You also can sign up to receive crime alerts, and that's a real advantage for the citizens, that they can go in, enter their email address, enter the location that they want to have a buffer around, identify how far out they want to look from 500 feet up to 2 miles, and then submit that to crimemapping.com. And whenever there are crimes within that area, then the citizen will receive an alert with details about those crimes. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and open up a PDF that I've made of one of the alerts that I've received. Let's see. This is the type of email that you'll receive, and it will allow you actually to click on those crimes that have appeared in the buffer area of the address you specified. And if you want to unsubscribe, you can click on the unsubscribe at the bottom of that email. Now, you also have the capability of specifying different addresses, different buffered areas, different crimes that are of interest to you. And you also have the ability to sign up for access to the state sex offender registry, and that would be a direct link from the email you receive. And within the crime mapping application, and this is how it would first come up if you wanted to zoom down in North Carolina, and I'll just go through this piece. You can select the agency, and as you can see from this list, Charlotte, Greensboro, High Point are some of our neighbors. They are also using this application, so citizens can also query information about what's going on in those locations. When you do a query, once we get in here to North Carolina, when you do a specific query for an address, and again, I'll use this one. And you have your buffer area. You also have the capability now to send a link to someone else, to send an email with that link, and to do some trend reporting. And this will bring up a pie chart and a bar chart of the proportion of the different crimes in that area, and by the day of week in the bar chart. You have the capability from within that trend report to request the detailed report, or you can separately request the detailed report. Let me see here. You can separately request the detailed report from this icon at the top of the screen, and you'll just go directly into the detailed report. You also have the capability of printing what you've just looked at. If you're looking at the map, it gives you the capability of printing a map that you can then use to distribute to your neighborhood watch group or whomever. If you were actually looking at one of those reports, it would give you the capability of printing that specific report. So this is the primary functionality that we have with this new crimemapping.com additional tool for our citizens. And if there are any questions, I would be glad to respond. If not, thank you.